performer will be presenting prose interpretation to you. I had the pleasure of introducing this performer last year, and I recall saying at that time, what more can you say about a person who wins a national championship in duo interpretation in his freshman year, a national championship in poetry interpretation in his sophomore year? Well, I didn't realize at that time that there is more that you can say. A third national championship for the third year. Last year's prose champion of the nation for his third national championship in a row was William Coleus. This evening, you have the pleasure of seeing him perform his state championship prose from this year. Will you please welcome one of the most talented people I know, William Coleus.
It was Wednesday, time to drink. I went to Smitty's. A classic. You know, the blinds were broken, hanging crooked in the windows. The bartender had a lot of little holes in his face. He'd been in the Peruvian Army. Nobody knew what that meant. Any starlets tonight, Pop? I said, not tonight, Donna. We just missed one. He said, I get home. My wife is leaving me. Lucy left me about 2-3 times a year. I liked her when she left me. I could almost love her. Turner, she said, you are allowed. Don't. You can't do enough. That may be, I said, but who's going to clean the house? She storms off, takes off in my Honda. I go fishing the next morning. I go to Mead Lake, you know, figured it was real manly. Blue sky, blue water, blue hills. I mean, God was in his blue period when he got to the lake. I take out my fishing pole, stick the poor bastard worm onto the hook, toss him in. Nothing happens. I mean, it's boring. Maybe if a fish had jumped out of the water and said something in French, it would have been better. Maybe if the sky had turned green instead of blue, it would have been better. Maybe if the birds had shut up and said what were on their minds, it would have been better. And I tossed the fishing pole into the lake. Marjorie once said that if all life on Earth ended, Earth would be just like Mars. She's got a point. On Mars, by John Lowry. I toss my fishing pole into the lake. I go up the hill, stick out my thumb. Why did you always do that? A girl stops by. You know, what are you, crazy? I said, I could be some kind of serial killer. Aren't we all? She says. Kind of a looker, black hair, blue eyes, but pale skin with funny rashes. Her name's Marjorie, but everybody calls her Cher. And she doesn't know why. We're on our way home. You know, if all life on Earth ended, Earth would be just like Mars. She had a point. We get back to my place. Wow, she says. All her friends live in trailer parks. I invite her in, you know, for a drink. No thanks, but she'll definitely look me up on the way home. Now the place is a mess. Plates of food lying around. Refrigerator's empty. Tropical fish eating one another. I call Lucy in Buffalo. She always runs away to Buffalo where her parents live when she leaves me. Her father answers. Her father's a cop. Now, he always sounds faggy. You know, I always wondered how he could yell, freeze! And still arrest somebody. What do you want? He said. Is my wife available? Or is she in a meeting? I tell Lucy I love her. Needed her. Wanted her back. She said I was lying. I said, we could have fun anyway. She hangs up. I was sick of this shit, man. I was sick of not having my Honda. I called my buddy Harris. Now, Harris used to steal cars back when he was in high school. You know, he was always in and out of juvie rehab, always in and out of counseling, until Harris's dad got this idea. Bought Harris a used car lot. Now Harris was happy. He walked around, red corduroy shirt, talking about camshafts. Nobody listened. Harris pulls up in his new BMW. I have a new Honda in no time. You know, Lucy always left me when the moon was full. Women are mostly water anyhow. We drive around for a while. We get to these tracks, lights are going. No one has ever seen a train on it. These two guys come walking on up. They're wearing blue engineer hats, blue overalls. One's carrying a black crowbar. The other guy has his wrench in his hand. They come walking up to the car. The crowbar guy knocks out the lights. The wrench guy slams it down on the hood. The hood flies up, paint is flying. Harris is screaming. Harris gets out of the car. The crowbar guy swings. Harris sticks his arm out, does a loud snap, and Harris is looking up at the sky. And those guys just walk down the road. Some people come up. This fat guy in a blue shirt hands me this picture postcard of a mountain reflected in a lake. Jesus gave it to him. He asked for a $1 donation. The EMS truck pulls up. Harris is blue, sweating. The EMS guy takes a look at it. Harris looks like he's in shock. People die from shock. Harris doesn't look like that kind of guy. The EMS guy has had 2 hours of sleep. 2 hours ago, he had this burn case. Okay? This girl set herself on fire in her parents' backyard. They were getting ready for a barbecue. Now that's funny. Oh, no, not like funny, but pathologically funny. We take Harris to the hospital. The doctor takes a look at Harris. He has a complicated fracture. Very, very serious. He might not regain full mobility of the arm. I see it hanging uselessly by Harris's side. The doctor takes a look at us. Guys like us think life is television. Well, he's got to tell us life is not television. So I leave Harris. I leave the hospital. I take a cab home. The driver's black. I tell him about Harris, about the girl who set herself on fire. It's pathologically funny, I tell him. The driver stops the cab. Turns around. He's a family man. He won't have any of that talking. His cab. His cab was blessed by the Bishop of Toledo. I'm just trying to be interesting and informative. There's a car in my driveway. Lucy, I'm thinking, but it's not a Honda. It's Cher. She's back from Syracuse. Hey, I say, yeah. Hey, she says. She wants to come in, use the facilities, have a drink. It's not like we have to have sex or something. I make her a martini, we sit around. Cher's a sociologist, but she's just not practicing just now. She's a new dancer, sent to Reach Long Island. Oh yeah, she likes it. It gives her about 2-3 orgasms a night. That's more than a regular year of sex. I tell her. She wants to write a book on objective eroticism. And I think, so, how's your mother? You know, she shrugs. You know, once you decide to kill somebody and you don't, you kind of lose interest in them. Yeah, I say. I once wanted to kill my English teacher, you know. He had this funny little black mustache, just drove me crazy. I bring this knife to school, plan to stick him in the lunchroom. The guy has a stroke in the library. When he gets back, I could care less. I didn't, study a little. And Cher, she's studying me. I ever dressed up as a girl before. Not to my recollection, I tell her. Cher says she's perfectly normal sexually, she just needs a trigger. Guys dressed as girls is a big trigger. Hey, I say, how about getting that gun of yours and getting those punks? Or her, my friend. Wow, she says. When she's nice and old, this day will be a big memory. So, we get in the car, take the gun. We drive up to the railroad tracks, wait around. Cher takes the gun out of the little bag. It's small. There's a pearl handle. Nothing happened. We go into town. We see this guy walking around with a dog, cigar sticking out of his mouth, wearing a green beret. Oh, we're laughing. And the guy gives us the finger. So we make a U at the turn, coming on back. The guy sees us, runs into the street, leaves the dog there. Cher sticks the gun out the window. The guy raises up his hand. Bang! Cher says. The cigar falls out in front of his mouth. He's crying. I'm laughing. Cher's driving home. I'm saying that's funny. Cher isn't laughing. She says everything's funny, so what's the point? We get back to my porch. So, you gotta dress up like a girl or what? I say, hell, who's gonna know? Who's gonna care? She says,